What is up, everybody, and welcome to another video. And today I'll be showing a money making method that can make up to 9 mil an hour, and if you're lucky, even more. It'd be 10 mil or 11 mil an hour. It usually makes actually around 8 mil an hour. Basically, the money making method is floor 7 frag running. And however, you can't just get yourself a bad setup and expect to make 8 mil an hour. No, you need actually decent gear. So the gear I use is 3/4 Necron Ancient Reforged with a Tarantula helmet. I also use a Soul Eater 5 Juju. This is a bit overkill, but it does help the run go faster. So what you need as a bare minimum is probably full Shadow Assassin with the Ancient Reforge and at least a Soul Eater Forged Spiritual Juju Shortbow. Now, I haven't tried this with Shadow Assassin, but with Necron, I can usually do it without getting close to dying, so Shadow Assassin might work. And you also need an EHP pet. I use a blue whale. A baby yeti could work as well. An ice spray wand is something that I have and I use it sometimes. It's not required. You'll get basically the same amount of time per run if you have an ice spray wand as if you don't. But I'll be showing you an example frag run. So first, you want to join the Fragbots Discord server. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And then you want to get whitelisted for a Fragbot. It should say how you can do that. And then you want to party the Fragbot. This is the one I use. You want to join a floor 7. The Fragbot will leave. Make sure you do it quickly. Now for the quest. Now to see how much you will make, I'm going to pull out my calculator. So one thing you always want to do is, if you're selling Bigfoot's lassos, if you're selling jelly pink rocks, livid fragments, or laser eyes, you do not want to sell them individually. Because look at this. An individual laser eye goes for 275k. Well, actually this much. This one just undercut it. This one just undercut these by a lot. If you look at how many they go for 8, it's this much. That's more profitable than just selling it like this. Well, right now it might not be, but usually it's more profitable to sell it by 8. If it isn't, then just sell it individually, but it usually should be more profitable like this. Now, how much will you make? So, if you are good, if you're decent, then you should be getting around 2.5 minutes per frag run on average, including the time it takes for you to leave, party the fragbot, and join back into the dungeon and get ready. There's 6 minutes in an hour. That's not the thing I wanted to do. So you should be getting around 24 frag runs per hour. Now, I have found out, just from personal experience, that around 75% of the time when I kill a giant, it drops something. So, I'm just going to divide it by 4. So you should be getting around 18 drops per hour just from giants. Now, that's not including the livid fragments you get. If you find a livid, then kill it. It's worth it. Because the livid fragments do go for a decent amount of coins. Not much, but it's definitely worth killing them. So you should get 18 drops per hour. There's 4 different giants, so there's a 1 in 4 chance of a specific giant spawning. So let's just divide this by 4. So that's just on average how much. You can't really get half of a drop. Let's just say you get 4 drops because you might die sometimes, and that'll slow down the amount of money you make. So let's just say you get 4 Diamantes handles, and those go for, I think, 1.5 mil. That's how much I sell them for, and they always sell. Now they're going for this much. They usually go for 1.5 mil. So 1.5, that's not, times 4. So you'll get 6 mil an hour just from handles. If you sell 8 laser eyes for 3 million in coins, you should, oh no. So from laser eyes, I usually sell 8 laser eyes for 3 million coins. Half of that is about 1.5 million, so plus 1 million. These are just how much I usually sell them for. They're not the current prices. They're just how much I sell it for. I usually sell it. Oh my god, what did I do? So I usually sell the Jolly Pink Rocks for 500k for 8 of them, so that's 250k. It's not really. Jolly Pink Giants kind of suck. And then Bigfoot's Lassos. These I don't really remember how much I sell them for. I think I sell them for around 1 mil a stack. Yeah, it's 1 mil. So plus mil. Yeah, so you should be making around this much per hour from giant drops if you get 2.5-minute frag runs, of course, including downtime. And that's not including the livid fragments. I don't really know how much livid fragments you can get per hour. It's definitely not a million. You'll make less than 1 million coins for an hour from livid fragments. That's what I know. So you should be making around 9 million coins an hour on average from this money making method, if you have gear similar to mine.